What we have here is a 1940 or 41 Elto Ace. It's 1.8 horsepower, and they're real good little motors because most of the time they run pretty well. You can find them. They were very popular, and they're easy to start and easy to run. And why don't you just put the rope on it and see if she'll start for you there. And probably can get it going here. Now most of these motors, the early motors are all right. Okay. Yeah, whatever you're happy with. Good. That's good. Try it. So you can see how easy this thing will start when it's right. We particularly like these little guys because, as I say, you can start them out of the water. They don't have a rubber water pump impeller, so you're not going to hurt anything as long as you don't run them too long. This one's in particularly nice shape. The tank isn't all dented up. The handle isn't broken. The skeg isn't broken. They're common, but it's hard to find a nice one in good condition. So this is a nice little motor, and we should take it down to the river, and you can give it a try, and we'll go from there. Very good.
So Delaney, what do you think about Grandpa's antique engines? Are they easy to run, do you think?
Yes.
And what is it better than? An antique engine is better than... Complete that sentence. An iPod. Very good. What do you think about that, Grandpa?
Well, I think that's very complimentary.
Yeah.
I think we have to say here that this particular engine is easy to run and is not like all outboards. In many cases, they're very cantankerous and hard to run. But this particular one, and ones like it, if anybody's thinking about getting an antique motor, these little motors are excellent and they're easy to run, and you can see that Delaney can handle it. So if she can get it used to it and get it running, pretty much anybody can. This is the Hillsborough River we're on here in Tampa. It's right at the north end of Tampa, and it's a beautiful freshwater river. This is one of Tampa's water supplies, so the water is pretty clean and fresh, and if it were the weekend, you'd see folks out here water skiing. It just makes an ideal place to run an antique boat motor. And of course, it's fresh water, and that's all you ever want to run your antique motors in, is fresh water.
And what model and year is it again?
Well, this is a 1940 or a 1941 Elto Ace, and it's 1.8 horsepower. They made a lot of them. They sold a lot of them. Elto was the economy brand of Evinrude, so there were.
Well, I can see the magneto there says Evinrude on it rather than Elto, huh?
Right, but it is actually.
Well, it does say Elto also, huh?
It is an Evinrude motor. Elto was the model of Evinrude, and as I say, it was an economy model, a stripped down a little bit less deluxe, and it was marketed to fishermen. So
Where would you have bought it?
this particular,
No, I mean the
When it
average
was-
person in 1940.
in 1940, these were sold through the Evinrude dealers, and a lot of those Evinrude dealers were smaller dealers that sold fishing tackle and possibly small marine supplies. They were Evinrude was pretty good about their dealership network, and they had a good name, a good reputation, and a nationwide series of dealers and service stations. So people felt confident that they could get it fixed if they bought one of these. This was a pretty modern motor in 1941. This is kind of a pretty big moment for me because in my wildest dreams I never believed that I would be out here one day like this and my granddaughter would actually be running an antique motor and have an interest in them that it must be something that's in the genes, and hopefully it will continue, and the collection that I passed on to my son will one day be hers and her two brothers, and it just seems like it's a beautiful day and a very fitting experience.
So you don't think that antique outboards are like a disease that you catch?
No,
They're more like it's in the genes.
I think it's a gene. I think it's inherited. And in this particular case, she has two brothers who are very much into sports and just don't seem to have any interest. And she does. And so we're trying to capitalize on that interest and make sure that she knows about the family tradition of old outboards, and so that it won't die with my generation or my sons.